The endless highway, a ribbon of asphalt unspooling into the darkness. For some, it's a symbol of freedom, a pathway to new beginnings. But for others, it became a hunting ground. Tonight, we delve into a true story, a chilling journey into the heart of darkness. A story that earned the name, Highway of Horror. The hunt for the Interstate serial killer. It began like any other string of disappearances. Whispers in small towns, and hushed conversations among worried families. Young women, mostly, vanishing without a trace. Their cars found abandoned along the desolate stretches of highway. At first, the authorities dismissed them as runaways, or perhaps victims of bad luck. But as the bodies began to surface, each marked by a chilling signature, the truth became undeniable: a predator was stalking the open road. He was a phantom, a ghost in the machine of America's vast transportation network. No one knew his name, his face, or his motive. He was a chameleon, blending into the background. A master of disguise, always one step ahead. The only clues were the victims, and the chilling locations where they were found. The investigation was a race against time. A desperate attempt to catch a predator who seemed to know the roads better than the law. Agents worked tirelessly, poring over evidence, interviewing witnesses, and following every lead. No matter how faint, they looked at truck stops, motels, and lonely gas stations. Any place where a predator could blend in. Each step was shadowed by the growing fear that the killer would strike again. The victims, each with their own story, hopes, and dreams, became the focus of the investigation. Their families were left in pieces, searching for answers and clinging to the hope of justice. The media swirled with speculation, and the public was gripped by a sense of dread. Every passing car became a potential threat, and every stranger was viewed with suspicion. As the investigation continued, a pattern began to emerge. The killer seemed to favor certain stretches of highway, certain types of victims, and a specific method of operation. The agents worked to create a profile, a map of the killer's mind. But the more they learned, the more elusive the killer became. The case was a maze of dead ends and false leads. But the agents never gave up. They worked to piece together the puzzle, following every clue, every piece of evidence, every whisper of truth. It was a race against a killer who was always on the move, always lurking in the shadows. The hunt was on, and the highway had become a hunting ground. Then came the breakthrough. A witness, a brave woman who had narrowly escaped the killer's grasp, came forward with a description. A composite sketch was created, and the agents began to focus on a new list of suspects. Could this be the end? Or would the killer vanish into the shadows once more? The climax, a tense stakeout, a chase through the night, the final confrontation, justice served, or the beginning of a whole new nightmare? As you reflect on the chilling story, remember that the highway is a vast and unforgiving place. And sometimes, the monsters are real, very real indeed.